The Specter at the Manor. As the clock struck midnight in the old manor, a sense of foreboding descended upon the ancient halls. The storm outside raged on, its howling winds and pounding rain creating an eerie backdrop for the events about to unfold. In one of the grand bedrooms, a young man named Thomas lay awake in his bed, his heart pounding in his chest. The air was heavy with a palpable sense of unease, and he felt as though unseen eyes were watching him from the shadows. Suddenly, a cold draft swept through the room, extinguishing the flickering candle on his bedside table. Thomas shivered as the temperature plummeted, and he pulled the covers tighter around himself, his breath coming out in frosty puffs. And then, he saw it, a figure standing in the doorway, draped in tattered white robes that billowed around its form like a funeral shroud. Its face was obscured by darkness, a black void where features should have been, and its eyes glowed with a malevolent light. Thomas's blood ran cold as he stared at the ghostly figure, unable to move or speak. The figure seemed to beckon to him, its outstretched hand a twisted invitation to the unknown. Strange, unearthly whispers filled the room, echoing off the walls and sending chills down his spine. As the figure glided closer, Thomas could hear the sound of its ragged breath, like the rasping wheeze of the dying. The air grew thick with a sickly sweet scent, like decaying flowers and damp earth, suffocating him with its oppressive presence. With a sudden burst of courage, Thomas managed to croak out a single word, a plea for mercy and release. The figure paused for a moment, its glowing eyes locking with his, before letting out a haunting wail that echoed through the manor. And then, as quickly as it had appeared, the specter vanished into thin air, leaving Thomas alone in the darkness, shaken and trembling. From that night on, the manor was said to be cursed by the ghostly figure in white, its black face a harbinger of doom for those who dared to cross its path. And Thomas, though he survived the encounter, could never forget the chilling sight of the specter at the manor.